guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin cosplay, and today we're back at you guys with...
No, we're not back again, we're starting something.
We're starting a new show, guys.
Yes, we're starting a show that people have been asking us to watch for years now. I feel like it's been years at least. Ever since we started watching Vikings, people were like, you should check out Last Kingdom. Well, Last Kingdom is pretty good. You're gonna enjoy Last Kingdom.
Well, here it is, guys. We're watching it.
We're basically finishing Vikings right now, and we're not ready to say bye to the Viking world. And since everyone has been asking for this show, we were like, well, let's not even do a poll. Let's just jump into this show right away.
More Viking stuff.
It. Yes. And I mean, we just found out that the last season, season 5, comes out in 2022, early 2022. So if we rush this, we might catch up and watch it live. So that would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
That would be a start, you know, for a Viking show, considering we did not do that with Vikings. Yeah, but with Last Kingdom, I don't know. Like, there's not many episodes, so we might be able to do just that.
There are that many episodes in Vikings too, so...
Yeah, no, but... Yeah, anyway. And so I'm excited. I don't know much about the Last Kingdom. I think the era is after that of Vikings. So after the era we learned about in Vikings.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't know much about the show.
Me neither, so
yeah, we're gonna jump into this completely blind. Hopefully it is as good as you guys said it was gonna be. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna enjoy it. It's Vikings, you know.
Viking stuff, yeah.
We're gonna enjoy it. Okay, let's just jump into this. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon if you want the full reaction.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Ships! There! Are they traders?
No! They come as Vikings! We go!
Well, so far, guys, the music is really nice, so that's a really good plus.
UTHRED! Take half a dozen men right to the river. There are pagans there. Watch them. See how many there are. Of course not. Do nothing more, you understand? Yes, Mother.
Osbert, what is it? Ships. I saw them first on the beach. What ships? Danes.
We'll meet sword with sword. You're pagan. We have the greater God on our side.
Oh boy.
I think we should teach this boy a lesson. Taking her in. And speed!
You were kind of supposed to stay hidden. He's a bad spy.
Do not engage against them, he said.
Shit.
He rides UTHRED's horse.
And there's blood on it too. It was kind of his fault though.
There was no fight to be had until Etheridge.
You wanted to see Osbert, my lord?
You are now called UTHRED. UTHRED, son of UTHRED. You have your stone, the amber.
Yes, Father.
The priest will show you your history and parchments, make him understand who he is.
People did that? Just randomly change sons' names? Just...
It's like his firstborn wasn't even there yet, no?
Yes, our ancestors took this land, and it has been strengthened with our blood and bone. And now you are the new heir of Bebbanburg. You hear me? And you will die for it if needed.
Yes, Father. And I'll give you the head of the man who killed Uhtred.
No, you are UTHRED!
That's
Have you not been
bullshit.
listening to me?
There's no place for emotions in that father's heart.
Put it in the
But
water for his mother's.
I don't know about how that practice was used back then, if it's real or not. But
well,
I'm
it's still
really
shit as fuck.
I'm really against it. Like
Like
he
you
raised
said,
his firstborn.
He raised his firstborn, and he raised his secondborn because he forced his secondborn to take on the position, the identity, and the name of his brother.
That's fucked up.
Like, I don't give a shit about you. Now become my firstborn who just died. That's fucked up. Not sure if I like the father.
Where are the people? The soldiers?
The road to Etheridge, led by your father, where they'll join the other 2 kings of Northumbria.
Without me?
You are to remain at Bebbanburg with your kindly uncle. You have work to do, UTHRED. In the stables, thankfully, we've been left some horses. Come and find me when you're finished.
no kid that
You're
you've
not
been
ready
given.
to go and fight. Come on.
He's been given a huge responsibility, but
If my brother falls in battle,
okay.
the boy must fall.
So he wants to be the next Lord.
I was about to say, like, do you think the uncle might want to, you know, take the lordship for himself?
That is not unheard of, so.
And the kid is a bit dumb. Like I said, like, I know he's been given a huge responsibility and he's expected to be something huge and stuff, but, like, he's really young to go to war. They are being creepy! I can't remember Game of Thrones and the Son of the Harpies.
At least they're not rushing into battle.
Well, I mean, I think they creeped them out. They are asserting the other's army. Trying to see, like, how strong are they?
Oh, shield wall.
Yeah, we see you with your fucking tricks. You're cool. They are cool. They're leading them into what could be a trap, so they are underestimating them.
They're hiding. They're gonna get screwed, guys.
That's why they literally ordered the other Vikings to give way. Make it look like they were losing.
Dear God of infinite mercy, not this.
With what?
Lift up your sword and spare these men of England who fight in your name. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake England.
It's a massacre.
Take him!
Ow.
Close the shield wall! Close the wall and take him!
He said take him, not kill him.
They got the sun right here, though.
He's like a wasp.
He's showing a lot of bravery. Honestly, like, oh fuck.
Please don't kill him.
Don't mock him. I think it's pretty intense.
I
He
heard
fucking
him.
wounded him. Ow!
You sure he's the Saxon? He fights like a Dane. Yeah.
They took him.
I think they did. I mean, he's a kid. They said he fights like a Dane. They might want to convert him.
Make him like a warrior.
Honestly, though, I would, you know, why waste the potential? He's got fighting spirit.
Look! Uhtred, what is happening? Stay up there, Tora. It's Sven. He won't hurt you. I'll kill us. That was a real sword. I saw it. Tora!
Just left her there. The fuck?
Those kids are not playing. Damn.
He's trying to do like the adults are doing.
Yeah, but
Let me first say, he's a good boy. He brought a sword unto my land. I will have words with him.
I don't know if the kid is gonna die, but we're setting up some rivalry. He's gonna be a little shit.
Is that what you have to say?
I'm sorry.
Can't hear you.
I'm sorry, Lord, for what I did.
You laid hands on my daughter. You stripped her naked.
Half naked, Lord.
Is that an age, Lord?
Yeah, that doesn't justify it.
Is this true?
there's an excuse.
Half naked?
Yes, Lord.
It's not any
I
less
shall only
worse.
take his one eye.
Oof.
No, Lord, please. Kyuujin, you are banished from my land.
Oh, for sure he's coming back in the show. Like if they have great
Like
stories.
a villain, yeah.
Like now we've marked him, so he's gonna be recognizable in the future. For sure he's coming back.
Yeah.
I have something for you.
What is it?
An amulet. Thor's hammer. But
But what?
you're Christian. Take it. You made me proud today. Uhtred.
I mean, for a slave to save their daughter, I mean, that's...
You make me proud.
I think that's something that his father never told him, though. That he's being proud of him.
He gets more accepted with the Vikings than he used to be at home. And he's gonna be conflicted with this new family of his and the old one.
I bought you.
You bought me for how much?
Too much.
How much is too much?
5 swords, weight in silver. I agree, I may have been robbed, but we like you, boy. We're going to keep you. You're a son to
He's
me
a
now.
son now! And you're treated like one! Hey, he's getting baptized by the Danes now.
Oh boy!
Shit!
Time passed!
Do you ever think of your English life?
No. Do you?
I think of all my...
Voices.
in front of the door. That's it. Wagner! Smoke!
Fire! Signature with me!
Oh shit.
Close the doors. We have Tura. Let the rest burn.
Better than to burn alive, I guess. I mean, he's badass.
Fuck. Can you imagine when he did that scene, though?
I mean, yeah.
Great job for the stunt, man.
The luck he's got though, because the only reason he survived was because, in French, un plan cul.
Look at that man. The Saxon. His name's Skelly. He works for my uncle. You'll tell him that I'm dead.
Let him do it.
He's here with Kyuujin.
He and your uncle, maybe they're in it together.
And what makes them believe that I can do this without punishment?
They will be punished, but not by you.
I need to kill someone.
No.
And I choose him.
You gotta think about these things.
You're alone against an army,
Well,
from what I see.
group of people.
At least 20 men.
He is angry, like, I get it. That's not how you win wars, though. So don't say anything.
Don't say a word.
Don't fucking
Don't
screw
say
this
a
up.
word.
You know who I am. It's me you're looking for. It's me you're looking for. You remember me? You remember me?
Oh, that was sadistic. Because as long as he's alive, the uncle's position is never safe.
True.
So that's as simple as that. He'll want to kill him.
We're going.
I will not stand by and have everything that's mine taken from me.
Revenge.
I'm going back.
What about saving your adoptive sister?
Watch at the beginning.
I don't even know if he knows she's alive. I
She
think he
wasn't.
doesn't.
She wasn't the witch. Could have seen it.
She didn't mention her, so they think she's dead. Which sucks because she saw him, so she thought he was coming to save her. And yeah. It's bold to come back like this, considering he sent
Hello?
people to kill you.
Alone against your uncle and his men.
Kind of like Ragnar.
Just like the beginning, yeah.
But this time it is Uthred. Same, fucking same.
I am Uhtred of Bebbanburg, and I shall take what is mine. Bebbanburg's mine! Horses!
Yeah, you just wanted to twist the knife. Let me
Okay.
just stop this. Okay.
Okay, so
Pretty intense first episode.
I'm really sad though for the sister because, like you said, she
Thought she was getting rescued.
But if you know that she was alive, you might learn that she's still alive and try to save her because right now her fate is worse than death.
Eventually, like, she's still alive, and we're definitely gonna meet with this Sven character again. So it's like I was saying that they were building up some sort of you know, what was the word I used? Jeez, my French.
Rivalry?
Rivalry, yeah, let's say that. They were kind of building some sort of rivalry because he's the one that fought him off, and he's the reason why he and his father were kind of banished. So yeah, if they meet again, I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna like each other. So it's been set up as something we'll have to face later on. So there's still a chance that we can save her, but unfortunately, in the meantime, her fate will not be great. So yeah. Aside from that, though, like, okay, the one thing that bothers me a little bit is the story that we spent like 6 seasons learning in Vikings is completely all over the place, and I don't know which one is
True.
more accurate.
But technically, we do know by history that Ragnar got killed by King Ela in the snake pit.
Yeah.
And they killed Ela at the beginning. That was him, I remember.
But then he's got a son named Ragnar too, which wasn't the case in Vikings.
His name was Ragnar's son, and Ragnar did have a son named
Yes,
Ragnar
but
too.
then they called also his father Ragnar. So, like, there's 3 generations of Ragnars. So I think people told me that, you know, considering when it comes to history, Last Kingdom was not as fateful, and I know that Viking isn't fateful either. So I would say, like, the story that we know from Vikings is all over the place with the names. Like, you've got Aethelred, who's king somehow, and with his brother Alfred being around, so he's not king yet. Although, yeah, we don't know like how much time passed since he was a kid. So what changed in Wessex, we don't know. But still, Aethelred was king, which never happened in Vikings. While Ayla was still alive, which I'm like, okay. Egbert is technically a puppet for the Danes, so that wasn't the case in Vikings either. So what I was saying we will take our knowledge of Vikings to help us in this, but I think we'll erase all of that.
I think the only knowledge that we might just keep would just be
The
about
names.
the city names and the kingdom's names and the people's names.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
it. That's it.
Uh,
The rest, put it aside.
And the thing is, like, it's not... There are things in history that are pretty clear, but when it comes to Ragnar, it's all speculations. So they say we think he existed. They say we think he died in a pit of snakes and stuff. So I think Vikings followed more closely maybe the legends than what we thought we knew and what, you know, was technically history of the Vikings. But they changed stuff for drama. It's just that, like, for example, the Sons of Ragnar were not just, you know, Björn, Ubba, and Witzek, and Ivar, and
No, you
Sigurd.
had more.
Like, you had a lot more, and some of them were from different mothers, and like it was all messed up in Vikings, but I think it's even more messed up in Last Kingdom. So it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just that I came into this show thinking that our knowledge of Vikings was gonna help. I think we'll have to scratch that and just start anew, basically. So take what they tell us as facts and move on. It's a show, so we'll enjoy that.
I liked about the subject though, about the fact that what do you think of warriors who took children as slaves and just build them up from the ground
From scratch.
into
Well, to take them as
warriors
slaves,
or any other some type of
the whole
artisan
thing is
thing.
kind of sick, but that's how things were back then. You know, you
Because-
attack people, you take prisoners, and you turn them into slaves.
Because while we were watching Vikings, that thought came up to in my mind, like because grown adults already live their lives. They're gonna be resentful to you while they are a slave. But if you take children, technically, you got time to grow them accustomed to your own traditions, your
I'm
culture,
pretty sure
and to
that slave
make them
children's-
adapt more.
No, but I'm pretty sure that slaves that were children existed in Vikings too. It's just that we didn't see much of them, and it's true that if you take a child, it doesn't mean, well, it depends on how young the kid was. It's true that for them, they adapted pretty quickly, and they were basically adopted. So their fate is very different from a normal slave. They're not slaves, they're family.
Yeah.
When you take a small child and you make him a slave, that kid is still gonna resent you. His life is not gonna be great. But for this guy, he ended up in a family that cared about him. They saw them as children, so they did not want to treat them as slaves. You had Uba, I'm calling him Uba, they say Ubba, sorry. Pronunciation is gonna be weird, but Ubba, yeah. Ubba, this is so weird. Uba. Anyway, he wanted to treat them as slaves. He kept saying like they need to be reminded of their stature, of their station, who they are, what they are. And then you had Ragnar's family who were like, they're just kids. Treat them as kids. So it's just, I think it's a family thing. It's not that, a child that is a slave must be treated differently because, they're kids. It's just that Ragnar's family ended up being nicer than the others. And
it's all depend on the master then.
that definitely helped because Uhtred was not treated, it's not that we saw much of him and his dad, but there was obviously a lack of emotions.
First time we saw his dad, he literally decided to say, "You're gonna be my firstborn. Your brother never existed. You never existed. Your name is not Uhtred."
Well, the first time we saw his dad, they were out there hunting.
Yeah, they were They were out there, yes, but
In any case, okay, the thing is, families back then were probably a lot different than families today because what it meant to have sons, was completely different. You had sons, it meant you had heirs. You had to think about them and you had daughters, you had, people that you could marry off for alliances. So his way of seeing his kids is completely different. And considering that, from what we heard of Uhtred's situation, his mother is not the same as, his big brother's mother. Does that make him a bastard? I don't know. Maybe he was, but then when he got Uhtred's name, he was legitimized, so it doesn't matter. In any case, he is the heir of this place. In any case, maybe it's because he was from another mother. Maybe it's because he was the second born. In any case, he said his father never really had much love for him. So yeah, it means a lot that Ragnar took him in, treated him as a son, said he was proud of him. That's all the emotions he probably wished he could have had from his father, his biological father, who was not a father to him. When he was given Uhtred's name, it's kind of sad because people, applauded and they treated him differently, and he finally became someone and he wanted to prove himself. But then for that to happen, his brother had to die and he had to take his place. That's fucked up.
I mean, it's not unheard of that people, when they get a new position, like you became king, you became lord, some people change their name. For example,
especially if you want the kid to have your name. He basically gave it his name because he's the heir, so that makes sense. But the whole thing about forget who you used to be, you're Uhtred now, you're my heir, you're completely different and stuff. And he also referred to the other's mother as his mother, and I was like, Jesus fuck, okay, yeah.
That was fucked up,
Yeah. So basically what the father was proving to him and to us is that you never really meant anything, you're just a spare. So now that your brother's dead, let's replace him. So yeah, I think he looked at, it's still his father. I think it hurt him to see him die, and he kept around, the medallion thing. So I think he is, and he's still, asking questions about what it means for him to be a real Dane. I think he's always going to struggle with, who he is and if he's more Dane, more Viking, or more Saxon. It's going to be a struggle, especially now that he's going against his uncle to kind of, both avenge his family and also, he's claiming that this is his land and he shall reclaim it. So it's not gonna be easy because I can already see him trying to have allies, and people would be like, no, Saxons would be like, you're not a Saxon anymore, you've been raised by Vikings, and the Vikings will be like, you'll always be a Saxon. So yeah, I see struggle.
Later, yeah.
I see struggle in his future, but at least he had a great life. I think he chose, like, he was sad that his father died, but he chose to leave with the family that chose him. You know, the family that actually wanted him. Mm-hmm. So that's great. I don't know how old he is now, but he seemed to, he adapted really well. And he had the soul of a warrior, too. You know, he was a Viking before he even became a Viking. I feel that, like, you know, that's why they were interested in him. He showed some strength of character and some bravery. And that's what they like to see, you know, in people. That's what they value.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting because they introduced a character, a main character that's split between two cultures, two religions, two families. If they do that well, it could make for a very good story. And we got a love interest that also used to be a Saxon, although she seemed to not, you know, she doesn't want to think back on that life.
Yeah.
Not like he does.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see that. We have our players, we have our pawns set. We're ready to play this and fight.
All right.
So, anything else you want to discuss about the first episode?
Not really. No. I thought it was great speaking with about.
A lot happened.
Character-wise, effects-wise, like I said, I really appreciate the stunt with the fire.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
really
budget-wise, I think we're pretty close to Viking season 1 and 2. I mean, we didn't get a chance. Like, their huge army reminded me of the huge armies of Viking season 1. So I wonder if
there were a moment. And this army for the first episode, then in Vikings first episode for the first battle between the two Vikings.
No, but like we're far from the huge battles of like the end of Vikings.
Yeah, of course.
I wonder if the budget will increase and if we will get to see fights like that. But you know, the set pieces and the places and stuff that we've been to, they look great. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. And aside from the fact that many times I thought the episode was about to end because of the cut to black, I think they did a pretty good job with introducing the characters, and that made me excited to see the rest of the story. I mean, the main character lost 2 families in one episode.
Yeah.
That was a lot for the first one, but it's okay. It's a good pilot, and I'm excited for episode 2.
All right.
So, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see episode 2 right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out right now if you want. The link is in the description.
And if you don't, we're the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys. So see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.